We have a big weather day ahead as a severe weather and likely tornado outbreak are in the forecast. I'm Weather and Radar meteorologist Becca Parker, and we're breaking down why it's happening, what can be expected, and how you can prepare right here at Weather and Radar. At this time, a moderate risk, which is a level 4 out of 5 on the severity scale, has been issued for parts of the Deep South from northeast Louisiana to northwest Alabama. However, severe storms with chances for tornadoes are likely outside of this area, from eastern Texas to southern Illinois, central Tennessee, and down into the far western Florida panhandle. So, what's the setup? There is a large upper level trough that is swinging into the central U.S. today, which is the big driver for this weather event. The northern end of the system is already bringing wintry weather across the northern plains and upper Midwest, but the opposite is coming along the southern portions of this strong system. As the low pressure circulation spins in the upper Midwest, it is pulling very warm, water laden air out of the Gulf of Mexico. This influx out of the Gulf has been priming the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys all morning and will continue to do so as the cold front approaches. So let's talk about how these storms will form. Temperatures 20 to 30 degrees cooler are being brought in behind the cold front. Additionally, very dry air, and we're talking dew points in the 20s and 30s, is also part of the much colder air mass. This cold air mass will collide with the warm, moisture-rich air mass sitting in the deep south. Now, the cold air is much more dense than the warmer air. This means that the two air masses collide, the cold air is going to dip underneath the warm and force the water-laden air mass to rise. This forcing creates instability and the formation of thunderstorms as the water vapor within the warm air mass cools and condenses high in the sky. This gives us those towering cumulonimbus clouds. Finally, we're noticing a good amount of spin in the atmosphere ahead of the storms. And to view this, we look at the vertical up-down profile of the atmosphere, using soundings to see if we can find any spin in the lower levels of the atmosphere. This additional component that we're seeing gives us the chance for long-lived supercell thunderstorms, as well as a long-track strong tornado chance. This is across the moderate risk area. Let's take a look at where the storms will be located and what towns are under the severe weather risk. Within the moderate risk, which is the strongest risk as of right now, places like Yazoo City, Jackson, Greenville, and Tupelo, Mississippi, Lake Providence, Louisiana, and Vernon, Alabama are all within that moderate risk. Dangerous tornadoes are the biggest risk with this and are very possible this afternoon and evening, with some being EF3 or stronger in the area within the cities and the surrounding areas I just mentioned. Remember, EF3 tornadoes have winds of at least 158 miles per hour. Finally, both a slight and enhanced risk have been issued from western Texas to central Tennessee and southward into much of Alabama and the far western Florida panhandle. Tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail are all on the table for these spots, so it is very important to have at least 3 ways of receiving a severe weather alert. Many of these storms will be happening during the busy afternoon commute, so be sure to check the weather radar before you head out anywhere and head into the car. While we're in the time of quiet before the storm, finalize any preparations you can make. Have a safe place to shelter during the severe weather, make sure your phone is charged, and have a few bottles of water for you and your family members. Check on neighbors, especially those who live in manufactured or mobile homes. These are among the most unsafe places to shelter in severe weather events, especially tornadoes. If you are in one, have a safe shelter place plan. We're keeping you up to date all day today, so be sure to follow along on the live blog and we have going on the app. We have safety information and weather tools located on our app as well, including how to turn on your notifications for these kind of severe weather events. I'm Weather and Radar meteorologist Becca Parker, and stay safe out there.